Welcome back, everybody, to the back nine of the first round of 2018 Kan-U-Wyco presented by Dynamic Discs. When we left the front nine, Robert McCall had broken out into a lead 3 strokes over Andrew Presnell. We will see if he can continue this dominance into the back nine, set himself up nicely for the second round. Here we go, hole 11. This is a Mando, this second tree that you see coming up the fairway. You need to stay left of it. Other than that, there's a road on the right. You don't want to go on the road. And the basket is tucked in pretty good. The flex shot is the shot of choice on this hole. And that one looked pretty good. Roberts is looking a little far right. He didn't get the flex that he needed. It didn't come back for him. Tom throws a lot of PD2s, and this might be one of them. This is the mistake you see most on this hole. You don't turn it over enough, and it fades out left, leaving you with a pretty long approach. Just misses the branches, and that one's looking really good. It fades in just in time, avoids the bushes on the right side. That is a good shot by Andrew. Oh, Tom was disappointed with that one. He leaves that one well short, and he will be facing a pretty good putt to save par. Now, behind the basket is a bit of a ravine. There's a drop off. So it can be a scary putt. It's fast green. Nice putt by Robert. Almost gets the deuce. And Tom's approach would landed more than 10 meters away from the basket. Good line, just high. An unfortunate bogey for Tom. Bruce from about 25 feet.
Good hit, Bruce.
Great birdie by Bruce. Gets himself to 2 under par. And here we see Andrew's good shot. He just clipped the stuff on the right side, or else he probably would have been parked. And while it's not his first birdie of the round, it is his first 2 of the round, and he is very happy. So Andrew catches up 1 stroke to Robert. Hole 12. It is a short hole, but it is tricky. It's uphill, has low ceiling, a lot of rough on the left side. It requires accuracy and power. It's not the easiest hole to get really close to the basket. It's easy to go long, it's easy to go short. It just requires a lot of precision. Oh no. That was a violent kick to the left. Bruce is hoping to have a shot from wherever he landed on the left side of the fairway. It can be pretty rough in there. Andrew throws a nice hyzer flip all the way down to the basket. The green fades once it gets to the crest. It fades down a little bit.
Yep.
And Robert's shot looks perfect.
Thanks.
I don't think Tom's going to get a skip on that one. He landed kind of flat. You got to put a wing down to get a little closer to the basket from wherever he hit the ground. So he's going to have to put that one in from. And now we are looking at Bruce, where he landed. That's not very friendly. The best bet is just to put it back on the fairway. I've seen big numbers, people trying to save a birdie. It just gets worse and worse.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
And it is a good call. So unfortunate for Bruce, has to take his medicine. And the next thing is you have to execute that approach. You don't want to give yourself another stroke, and he does just that. So here we are from about 30 feet away. Tom to save his par. Well done. Sorry to get his birdie. Excellent birdie by Tom. Andrew from just outside 20 feet gets his second deuce. Back to back. And an unfortunate bogey for Bruce, but he did the smart thing. Pitched out, straight 90 onto the fairway. Excellent drive by Robert. Drop in deuce. So he extends his lead 5 under par. Andrew doesn't let him get away too far, and also Tom with the birdie. So we're seeing some movement. Hole 13, long hole. Only out of bound danger here is the road, which really comes into play only on the second shot. Andrew gets a good air shot, but unfortunately these overcast skies are not good for being able to see the disc, and I lost track of it. I don't know where it is. I couldn't see it when I was filming it. I can't see it now. And that came out very low.
Another one of those to the basket. Goodness. What a noodle.
It's a good looking shot by Tom.
Yeah, somewhere in the
Gets
middle
the
of ours
flex.
is really good.
It's a little high, so it's going to eat up a little bit of his distance, but he set himself up nicely for the second shot.
Look at this.
That is a flippy disc. He let that one go with a lot of hyzer, and it flipped almost immediately. There's no wind out there. Bruce's second shot, he leaves it about 50 feet away for his birdie attempt. That shot's fading out left a little too soon, and he is up on the hillside. Oh, that one needs to get in.
There you go.
Up for everything we did wrong.
That was close. That was close to hitting that tree, but you got to play it out wide right to fade into the basket, not do what Robert and Bruce did. If you can get out here close to the road on your first shot like Andrew did, it's a much easier approach. He gets a hyzer around the tree, and he is set up for a very easy birdie 3. Now from about 35 feet away, Bruce for his birdie. Sorry, Robert. So expressive. Robert is very entertaining. And a nice birdie. That's a turkey. 3 in a row for Andrew, catching up to Robert. And that is a 3-putt by Robert. That is going to drop him back into the clutches of Andrew. They are now tied at 4 under par. So we got a pretty tight game between Andrew, Tom, and Robert at the moment. This hole is straight downhill. You will see mainly forehands on the left side. It's the most open way to get to the basket. You have the low hyzer shot on the right side. Beautiful hole, one of my favorites over here in Wyco. Andrew going for the low skipper, and that's working. And that works a little bit too much. It kept on skipping. That was looking pretty darn good. Excellent shot by Tom. He is well inside the circle. This was looking really good. Oh no! Clips a branch. That was gliding very nicely for Bruce. Unfortunately, he will be left with a pretty lengthy putt. And here we go. We are we're seeing the only forehand approach on this card, which is a little surprising, seeing as though there's really no wind to speak of. That is well executed by Robert. Oh, Andrew was way short. I thought he was way left, but he is way short on this one. He's looking at a 60-foot downhill putt. Not his best attempt. Leaves it up in the air. There is a little right to left wind. You can see what the wind has done to that flag. Just demolished it. It's a tough putt. Downhill. As a right-handed player. Andrew from just outside the circle. Robert, I mean. Great putt by Robert. Gets his dues. That's how you fix a 3-putt bogey. Good par save by Andrew, making the comeback putt. And now Tom finally gets to play and connects with this 12-footer, gets a nice birdie 2. Now Tom is tied with Andrew at 4 under. Robert extends his lead, or regains his lead, goes to 5 under. This is another great hole. Uphill, 330, low ceiling, very tricky when it's windy. As it is, apparently we have a left to right tailwind that the players were dealing with on the previous hole, so this should set them up for a easy-ish way to the basket. Tom's is low, but he is getting really good skip. He gets up to the top of the hill. Roberts gets a nice skip up the hill. He's a little bit short. That everybody so far keeping it out of the clutches of the branches. Andrew is not happy with that one, but he's putting. Bruce is up on the left side. He will have a pretty long putt. Not Bruce's best effort. Andrew from about 28 feet away. It's the left side again. Great putt by Robert. That is exactly what he needed after that unfortunate bogey a couple of holes ago. He gets back-to-back birdies. He is back on track. And a very nice birdie 2 by Tom. Tom climbs into second place on the card behind Robert. Heading to hole 16. Here we're starting a long stretch of holes. 16 and 17 are pretty lengthy. 478 feet placed downhill. This is going to be a S shot. If you're a right-handed player, you want to get that Anheuser flex. It takes power and precision. The tee pad was removed, but it's right there where it looks like a meteor hit the ground. So there's a temporary tee pad to the left, marked with flags. He had good power on that shot, Tom did, but it was a little too low, and that's going to limit his distance. That one comes out quite low as well, and it flips. That one's got really good height. Oh, and it flexes nicely. Look at it go back towards the basket. That's what you want on this hole. That was a really good shot by Andrew. Bruce puts a nice move on it. Doesn't hold enough and fades out left a little quicker than he wanted. Oh, Bruce got some power on that putt. I mean, he had plenty enough to get there. Just leaves it a little high. Scary moment for Robert. He flips that turnover, that approach shot. It just fades out enough. Andrew well inside the circle. Excellent drive. Oh, nice birdie by Andrew on the nearly 500-foot hole 16. Huge save by Bruce. Great putt. That birdie, Andrew ties Tom, one behind Robert. Hole 17 plays downhill. There's a bit of a crest. You can't quite see the basket from the tee pad. Trouble on the right side. There are some brambles on before the green on the right side, so you want to hyzer out left before you get to that point to give yourself a legitimate chance at birdie. Oh, and that's a very good looking drive by Andrew. He is on the green, away from trouble on the right side. Tom looking to do the same. That one came out early. And it's just fading left. He'll have a long approach to save his par. And that shot is looking really good, but it's fading into that right side where all those brambles are, and that's an issue. So hopefully he skipped out left a little bit, but it looks like he's going to be stymied by some branches. Bruce puts that in play very nicely. I did not get Tom's approach, but he landed behind the basket in the bushes a little bit. Pretty good chance by Bruce. It fades out left before it gets to the basket, and here for a big deuce. Close to a 40-foot putt. Oh, excellent birdie by Andrew, back-to-back on those two long holes. Yeah. You're getting 2 strokes on the field with those 2 birdies. Excellent putt by Andrew. And you don't have that much over there. You gotta resort to some trickeration. Now, Tom landed a little bit long, and he's dealing with a very difficult situation. He's got branches right in front of his eyes, and then branches down low impeding his natural movement on his putt. So this is not an easy putt at all. Oh, very well done. That was not easy. Good concentration. Makes the putt. So Andrew ties Robert at 6 under with those 2 very nice birdies. Hole 18, great hole. Trees left and right. It takes precision. It's not as easy as it looks. You have to keep it low and fade out late to set yourself up for a very, very easy 2. It looks a lot easier than it is. And that is how you throw this hole. That was very, very good. Excellent drive by Andrew. Oh, and that flips.
No ropes.
He's safe, but very long putt for deuce.
Anytime, dude. Get out of here.
That one just stays right. Flipped the flat and had no chance of coming back. Bruce gets it started right down the middle.
Nice, Bruce.
Really nice skips up there. So Tom's almost pin high, but he is about 70 feet away. Maybe 60. Andrew, great drive. Just outside 20 feet. Going for his turkey. And he leaves it low. He leaves it low. Beautiful putt by Bruce. Gets the only deuce on the card. Climbs to 2 under par. So now we have 1 left to play. Robert and Andrew still tied at 6 under. Tom 1 stroke behind them at 5 under par. But Bruce has the box at hole 1. Downhill shot, low ceiling. It's a tricky approach. A very fast green, difficult for a right-handed person throwing a backhand, turnover flex shot, fade out. You can go way down the hill. It's just not the easiest hole for a right-handed player. Bruce, luckily enough, goes wide right of the trees. He was looking like he was going to hit the trees at first. So he's got a long approach. Andrew goes with a hyzer flip, and it's holding nicely. Very nice drive by Andrew. Didn't skip off wildly. There's another early release by Tom. Robert needs a good drive to keep pace with Andrew, and it's looking pretty good, but it's fading out. This is what we see on this hole, and that one went down the hill a good bit. Tom's job is just about done for this first round. And we have seen that Bruce has the power to make these putts. Oh, that was so nice. Good pace, good height. Just missed right of it. Robert from about 55 feet. Now Andrew, hoping to break the tie from just inside the circle. And he does. Dead center. No dancing around in the basket for that disc. Great putt. He finishes at 7 under par. That's a 51 on this par 58 course. looking to stay one behind him. Sneaks it in. Good comeback by Bruce. And the job is done for all four competitors. Andrew leads it with a 51. Robert follows close behind with a 52. Tom with a 53. And Bruce rounds it off with a 56. Thanks for joining us at Flying J Disc Golf for the first round of the 2018 Kan-U-Wyco. I'll see you on the second round.